Finger Girl assembled her sockets in methodical orders of sortedness in tins, while the one-eyed man looked on with the Moulinex mixer attacking his brain. Nuts faded into rusty rivers, while Finger Girl hit them up and sprayed them too. The octopus just sat there looking at them, malevolently dribbling oily gases. He refused to move his metal tentacles and defied them with a snarly mouth. Finger Girl stayed calm and composed, while the one-eyed man leaked brain. Later, hands were washed, literally and metaphysically, as the quiche was baked. Feral jumpers ran rampant across soft oranges, the policeman noticed wisely. But would the putty look right next to the robust kicking yellow, he ruminated. He was sad he no longer had a grip on interior design needs while on the beat. He was mildly surprised as the eye rolled past him along the grey pavements. But such things are to be expected, he thought, in old confused Brighton town. Taking out a notebook, he wrote the words "eyeball passed by near West Street." He replaced the notebook and set off again, imitating the bill walk with a limp. The fire extinguisher said nothing about the situation to the tired beer crate. The one-eyed man woke to feelings of sadness, missing his eye. The other wept. With the weeping, he was blind except for glimpses past shimmering waterfalls. Finger Girl tried to make him stop, but nothing lessened the unbroken blackness. And he shuffled the day away with a sorry blindness, and back to bed shouted. Later, in a moody, faked Irish pub, in blind strumming sadness, Finger Girl came and dabbed his damp, wet eye, making the world focus again, though troubled. With firm resolve, one-eyed man and Finger Girl set out to find his missing eye, regretting rather they had allowed it to roll away in the first place unstopped. Finger Girl went out early to not sit through a lecture on eyes, walking in heels. The one-eyed man stayed in bed discussing things with a wisdom teddy bear. Then they set out into the ashen rain to right wrongs and find the unfindable. Not really knowing where to look, they started with the cinema in excitement. Looking around took them to the bar where banjos twanged in combination. Wine flowed and Finger Girl partook thereof, while the one-eyed man checked. Both floor and ceiling were covered, dark sheen silk sheets of abstraction. The eye could not be located though, even in the kebab shop across the road. The next day Finger Girl stayed in a warm bed for her comfort and convenience. The one-eyed man tried to forget by looking up things on the interweb device. There was some talk of Incas and Aztecs, but only in relation to dates past-ish. But still the eye rolled about, unfettered, on troubled asphalt jungle-led paths. He watched the hen knights henning it up before they hit the paintballing event. He watched the cool cats catting it up over their Richard Clayderman retro cool. But he didn't encounter the beer crate, who was up to his armpits with stress. It was the kind of late night that sent the town into a foggy yesteryear fortress, where cafes and nightclubs oozed their contents onto streets sweaty and wet. There seemed to be an overabundance of knitwear in the mixed-up 80s, and light bulbs in later times pumped themselves up in luminescent arrogance. The buzzing of strip lights seemed the commonplace, like a Cure soundtrack. Or that familiar plastic-holed chair that slotted into its neighbour with a wobble. People shouted more drunkenly at night, like second guitars riffing under leads. None of this mattered to those shoddy leftover toothless wanderers of night. Finger Girl passed them as she headed to dark carriages armed with frozen veg.
I can feel it now. It is burning. 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 Say, something is burning around here.